Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always repping. Oh my God, my whole life, my words been my greatest weapon. I know I've been the coast's greatest blessed.
Hello and welcome back. Today's video is about the new bounties after Egghead. This list doesn't include the Straw Hats, as I have already made a video about their bounties after Egghead arc. This video includes other characters who are involved in this arc. Let's begin. At last, we have Nefertari D. Vivy. Vivy is the princess of the Alabasta Kingdom. She is the daughter of Nefertari Cobra, and along with the rest of her family, she bears the initial D in her name. After entering the Holy Land with her father, the things didn't end up as they hoped. Cobra, after voting for the warlords to be demolished, he had a meeting with the 5 elders. He kept asking them questions about the will of D and Nefertari D. Lily. Imu-sama showed up and killed him. Meanwhile, Vivy was captured by the CP0 to make her disappear alongside her father. She was later rescued by Sai and Leo and escaped with Wapol. Of course, we know how the world government operates, so I believe they put a bounty in her head. We'll most likely make her a criminal and a target. I do believe it won't be a high bounty, and they will not reveal she has a D in her name, as the world government doesn't want people to ask questions. I think her bounty, if she will have one after this arc, will be around 200 million. Next are the 2 giants, Dory and Brogi. Even after the Straw Hat pirates left the island, Dory and Brogi were still on the island and engaged in a massive duel. But later, they were seen on an island of Elbaf alongside Shanks when he fought the Kid Pirates. Not only did they come to Egghead, but they brought a whole ship with Giants warriors with them. They immediately started to fight the Marines and helping the Straw Hats. It appears that both Dory and Brogi are aware of the fact that Luffy is the sun god, Nika. Dory and Brogi are also deeply connected to Nika and know about his legends. They are trying to help the Straw Hats escape from a buster call and leave with them. They also attacked one of the 5 elders, cutting him in half when he tried to eat Luffy, just like how they did at the Little Garden. It's pretty clear they will fight alongside Luffy and will make a big scene, so I am sure the world government will increase their bounty after they escape. Both of them are incredibly powerful individuals, and, more importantly, they are people who are connected to Joy Boy, in one way or another. Their current bounty is 100 million, which isn't a lot comparing to the current numbers we are used. Their bounty makes sense because they have been mostly fighting each other and not being pirates, but right now it is time to have a correct bounty. I believe they will have at least 600 million. Adding up to 1,200 million, they'll be more feared as captains of the giant warriors. Next is Jewelry Bonnie. After trying to help Kuma at Mary Joey's, Bonnie run for Egghead to make Vega Punk turn Kuma as he was before. At the way she encountered the Straw Hats who helped her. In this crazy island, there are fights left and right, and of course Bonnie is caught in the middle. After seeing her father's memory, Bonnie decides to help Luffy and forgives Vega Punk. Later, the one responsible for all her hellish life, Saturn, appears, and she immediately stabs him. There are also the Marines around and the Pacifistas, which resembles her father, so she can't attack them. But to everyone's surprise, the one who has authority over Pacifistas over everyone, even the 5 elders, is none other than Bonnie. She starts using their crazy power against the Marines. Just imagine how strong she will be if she has an army of them, in her control, where she could do whatever she wanted. Before the time skip, her bounty was 140 million, and later increased to 320 million. She is also part of the worst generation. After escaping, I believe she will have an even higher bounty. I hope she joins the Straw Hats, or at least the Revolutionary Army. Having authority over Pacifistas, fighting against the 5 elders and escaping from a buster call, and will most likely join a strong crew, I think her bounty will be around 720 million. This bounty might be too high as she is only 12 years old, but we are near the end of the series and her current bounty is too low compared to other members of the worst generation, so it's time she gets a new one. Next is Bartholomew Kuma. This one is the least likely to happen, as I believe he will soon die to save his daughter Bonnie. After successfully escaping from being a slave to a world noble, he was seen with the Revolutionary Army. Anyway, no one could help him as he seemed almost dead and couldn't respond to anyone. He then left without saying anything and headed to Egghead. We still don't know how, but not only did he help Bonnie, he also attacked Saturn, hitting him straight to his face. Kuma has always been a fan of sun god Nika, and his daughter fulfilled his dream in seeing him. Kuma himself has become a fully robot and doesn't seem to have any feeling, but can only think about Bonnie somehow and save her from danger. We don't know where his story will go and if he will ever turn back to how he was before, but there is only 1% hope. He will most likely die, but if he escaped and somehow didn't die, he will for sure have a new bounty. I think it will be at least 1,500,000,000. He is the best character in One Piece, and it's sad to see him in this state, but is necessary for the plot. First is Vega Punk, the best scientist in the world. When he was younger, he had a large head, and later it seems he cut it off. He has created the satellites who refer themselves as Vega Punk, but they each exemplify only one portion of Vega Punk's personality. He is the creator of pacifistas and seraphims, who are so strong they can keep up with some of the strongest pirates. The difference between Vega Punk with Caesar, Judge, and Queen is that Vega Punk has morals. He always questioned the world government and didn't want to turn Kuma into a cyborg. He also started to learn about the Void Century and didn't tell anyone to keep them safe. Vega Punk is strong, but he is the smartest character and the best scientist and also knows a lot about the history. Right now he got hit by Kizaru and is dying, but I don't think he will do this soon. Maybe his body will die, but we can assume he has other bodies. As long as his brain doesn't die, I think he will be fine. Right now, he is broadcasting a message to the world and said that he will tell everything he knows. The world government hates when people know thongs, so imagine how angry they will be. Even if the message doesn't get out but Vega Punk escapes, he will be a criminal and will most likely get a bounty. I think it will be at least 2 billion. I don't know what he will do after he escapes if he doesn't die, but we will have to wait and see. That's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.